engaged with Bravura numerous times over the last few years with various individuals within the group. Our first impression was, that this team is exceptionally talented. They've got a very broad knowledge of the industry, which obviously reduces the execution risk in transactions. Overall, first impressions of Bravura is just the exceptional professionalism that the team approaches any transaction, with strong leaders and a very broad skill set which they bring to the table. And just the ability to come up with creative solutions when obstacles arise in transactions, not just proactively but also quickly, plays a major role in reducing sort of the overall risk to a transaction. Yeah, so it was it was a very complex transaction in terms of the shareholding group on the seller side. It also was quite complex in that, there were various requirements from the parties involved. Bravura played an exceptional role in getting Afrimat to the table and for everybody just to speak the same language from an alignment perspective. I think Bravura did well in understanding all these requirements and the finer nuances to the transaction, and whilst staying focused on the overall objective. All transactions don't have a very linear life. Challenges arise. What Bravura was good at was proactively trying to see what scenarios would present themselves and deal with those quickly. And when those challenges did arise, they were very quick to respond, while staying objective to the process and understanding everybody's requirements. I don't think any transaction ever goes according to plan. You have to stay flexible in how you approach the process. I think the value that Bravura brought to the table was that flexibility and agility in how they handled it. The response time was exceptional. It didn't matter what time or day we needed answers, the answers came. So I think from just in terms of managing the risk in the transaction, Bravura played a very big role in again, being aware of the finer details of the parties involved, addressing any challenges or stumbling blocks that presented themselves in a very quick manner. What differentiates Bravura in my mind is the ability to respond very, very quickly. Not only that, but their overall understanding of the ecosystem, the overall understanding of a group like Afrimat. They understood what we needed from the transaction, they understood what the sellers needed from the transaction, and they were able to put that together and guide the process. It didn't break the momentum from a Bravura side. The reaction time was still there, the level of professionalism was still there, and we managed to conclude the transaction in a very challenging time.